Hello everyone, it's Mr. Pixelate here, and today I'm bringing you some more Pokemon news. So the new Coro Coro from Japan has just been leaked, and by just been I mean like yesterday. But the news tends to come in sort of chunks, so I wait until today to see what other news came from it. So we'll start off with the first bit of information, which is Mega Gallade. Which is the male sort of evolution of like Curlier and Routes and stuff. Because a lot of people were sort of thinking that Wally and Ruby and Sapphire would probably get Mega Gardevoir, and that's changed, so now he actually gets sort of a Mega of his own. I actually really like this design, it looks really good, makes him look pretty badass. He's got those like arm blades and what sort of looks like psychic energy sort of coming off of his arms. So he's still fighting in psychic, and his ability is inner focus, which is I don't know, it's not amazing. I was a bit disappointed by it, but yeah, that's its ability. That's not that great. But then if we move on, next we've got Mega Sharpedo, which I was kind of looking forward to because I've always kind of liked Sharpedo, but he's never been that useful. Lately I've been using like an all-water team to see if it's possible, and it is certainly possible. And I wanted Sharpedo, but he's not very good, to be honest. A lot of people thought he was going to get a Mega, and he has. So here it is, and here's where everything starts to go downhill. You see, recently I've kind of had a bit of a downer on Megas, and this has kind of just furthered that. I was almost expecting them to sort of do like a sort of submarine design for a Mega Sharpedo, because obviously pedo no, well, obviously he's based on like a torpedo, but I mean, this has just proven that Game Freak seem obsessed with just adding spikes onto anything that gets a Mega, and like, I mean, they've just added like a bunch of dots, and then they've done like the goatee thing again, where they've given it that little yellow goatee like Blastoise, you know? It just seems so lazy. The design, to me, is terrible. I mean, it even looks like they've sort of lessened his teeth. Like, it's not even like his teeth look more sort of vicious or anything. If you look at them and compare it to the original Sharpedo design up in the corner, the teeth look worse now than they did then. But so I was a bit disappointed with that, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a pretty lazy design. But his ability is Strong Jaw, which increases the power of like biting kind of moves, so Bite, Crush, Thunder Thang. And while it's gonna make a difference for Sharpedo, because now he's gonna have a lot more coverage than he normally would, or viable coverage, he's still, I don't like the design. I probably still will use him in my team just for the differences they've made, but nothing apart from that. In terms of stats, everything is getting increased, which is pretty crazy and kind of cool. So next up, we've got Mega CAMERUPT, which is obviously the Team Magma mascot, like Sharpedo is the Team Aqua one. And again, I don't know what it is about this design, I like the volcano on his back, like the sort of active volcano this time, that looks fine. But then the rest of it, I don't really understand what they were doing. Like they've sort of made his hair come down more and stuff, like it just seems like they pick up on details that no one really ever picked up on before. So, I don't know, I mean, I can't really take him seriously either. Like, they've sort of given him an angry-ish kind of face, but it just doesn't work because he just looks too naturally sort of, I don't know what it is, it's really weird. I can't even articulate like what's bad about it. It just doesn't appeal to me that much. something I did notice though is that he has an M on his forehead. So, I mean, I guess that's Mega and Magma. So it kind of makes sense. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's kind of weird. I did read someone on some forums that said that maybe that sort of alludes to the fact that Mega Evolution isn't a natural thing, and it's more of like a man-made process, which kind of makes it a bit more messed up. It's like Pokemon steroids or something. So up next, so that's all the Megas for this Coro Coro. There aren't any other Megas, not new ones anyway. But we move on to the Primal Kyogre and Groudon. So first we've got Groudon. I think he looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not that much of a difference. They've just sort of made all the grooves that were normally in these Pokemon Glow, and that's pretty much it. But something that was announced is their abilities. So for Kyogre, his ability is Sea of Beginnings, and Groudon's is Land of Endings. So they are the abilities, and they both activate Strong Rain and Strong Sunlight. So they haven't actually said what they do, but I'd say it's pretty obvious. When X and Y came out, they nerfed Rain and Sun and stuff, so a lot of people are saying that this is basically going to change it. These abilities are going to be like the old Rain and Sun. And I think it's almost certainly going to be that. I can't think of what else it'll be. Also, I just forgot, Mega CAMERUPT, his speed is decreased. But every other stat is increased. So he's actually even slower than he already was. He's already a pretty slow Pokemon, but now he's even more so. So yeah, both the Primal Evolutions, and when this news first came out, we didn't actually know that both of the Primals get a new move, but today those new moves have actually been told. So Groudon's is called, oh god, I've like totally forgotten it now. Wow, what an idiot. Yeah, his new move's called Cliff's Blade, which sounds pretty cool. And Unprepared, here we go. And Kyogre's is Origin Wave. So they're quite cool, although I feel like a lot of moves are starting to get quite weird names. Because I know that when that guy hacked into X and Y, there were some moves on there like 1,000 arrows and stuff. Which makes me think that that's never going to be a move. 1,000 arrows just doesn't sound right. It sounds a bit too long and complicated to be a Pokemon move. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it seems like the names are starting to get a bit more complex. So, that's pretty much it. We just had this big spread page of Team Agua, new team, Team Magma and Team Aqua, and the legendaries. A very cool picture. Then we also are shown Rayquaza for the first sort of time, confirming that he's going to be in the game. I mean, obviously he would be, but we've actually seen him. And apparently he holds a secret to Mega Evolution, which means he has Mega Evolution, or a Primal Evolution, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we've got that, so Rayquaza's back in. And then the last piece of info, which maybe won't apply to us in the West, but a demo is actually getting released for both games, and you're going to be able to play through it. You have to pick from the second evolution from both, from all three of the starters, so you can have Combuskin, Grovyle or Marshtomp. And then at the end of the demo, apparently you get a Megastone, and you'll be able to transfer that Megastone and any items you get from the demo into the game when you actually buy it. Something else that was quite interesting is that apparently if you play the demo every day you'll get a surprise at the end, or something like that, which is quite interesting. I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm sure we'll find out in time. So that's all the news for today, pretty much. Subscribe and like if you found this helpful. I know a lot of you have probably already seen the news, but I just thought I'd do a more comprehensive kind of look once everything had come out. So, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.